Oof. Wow. I'm really sick. I was gonna say I'm just a little bit sick, but I'm quite sick, so. But I really wanted to do this video because, you know, if you want to know how I got this look right here using all the products from this month's BOXYLUXE, just keep on watching. Hi everyone, welcome back. So today, guess what came into the mail? BOXYLUXE box. I did open the box already because I'm trying everything on. I want to know what's in the box, know what I have to get ready, all of that. I did set it up all nice in here because this little train case or toiletry case or whatever you want to call it was included. I like it. I'm glad it's the first kind of like lifestyle item or whatever that we get in the BOXYLUXE that I'm actually going to use. Like we got a tote bag, which I'm not going to use really. Forget what else we got. But anyway, so that's the one thing that I'm like, okay, cool, I'll use that. You can put like a decent amount of things in it. So that's cool. I thought I would show you the items as we go along and do the face. Three items I will not be trying on are the IT Cosmetics Confidence in a Cream. Really excited about this. I'm not going to open it because I already have other skincare that's open. I actually like still have unopened skincare from another BOXYCHARM box, the LMS cream that I haven't opened yet because I have other skincare that's open already. I'm also not going to open, but I am happy that I got this variation because there were two variations. The Deborah Lippmann nail polish set. I was like, I'm not a big nail polish person. My nails do have a little bit of a color right now, actually. A nude color, as you can see, which is usually what I go for. So I'm really happy to have these two. They are absolutely beautiful and totally my style. And I've never tried Deborah Lippmann, but high-end brand that people tend to love. So I'm really excited to try these. Modern Love is like a nice nude pink that's almost the same as what I have on my nails right now. And the other one, I don't know if you can tell, let me see if I can try to, but it has kind of like a shift to it. It's like a peachy gold, pink, rose gold kind of micro glitter in there, and so I'm really excited to try those both, and they're really cute. And the third item is the Wander Beauty Lift Off Purifying and Brightening Peel Off Mask, which I've seen enough videos to know that this is not really my favorite kind of mask. This is the kind of mask that I loved when I was a lot younger and didn't care about like skin aging or anything like that. I just kind of find it rough on the skin to have to like pull it off and like rip at your skin. It will actually like remove your hairs on your face. I did want to do a little update on the Better Than Sex mascara from Too Faced that I opened and used last month and have been using for the last month. And basically it did get better with time. Like I did find that as the formula got thicker and less wet and fresh, I was able to build up the mascara better, but it definitely flakes, it smudges, and it's definitely a very messy mascara. So I wouldn't go and buy it. Like I actually think the Lash Paradise from L'Oreal, which is often cited as a dupe, I think I actually prefer that one. That's my take on the Better Than Sex mascara from Too Faced. I love reading other people's comments about that. Like some people are like, what kind of sex are they having? And I tend to agree with that sentiment. It's not amazing. It's fine. It's good. Remember, like there's also individual preference, obviously. Like I don't mind my lashes looking kind of like clumpy as long as they are thickened, lifted, and lengthened. I want everything in my mascara, and it needs to be buildable because I put like 3 coats of mascara. So I'm going to start with the first product here that we have that I was really excited about. which is the Iconic London, see it's already dirty, Iconic London, what do they call it, Sculpt and Boost Eyebrow Cushion. Everyone complaining about things made in China. This is made in China. So this comes with a nice mirror. I'm not taking the plastic off yet. I have a habit of like keeping it on until like the rest of the item is all dirty, and then I get to re-experience the newness all over again when I peel off the plastic. And it's the little thing I like. So anyway, you open it up and here you go. You have two shades. I think everyone received medium, which is kind of, you know, obviously some people won't be able to use it. There you go. So you've got light and then dark. But unfortunately, this won't work for everyone. It will work for me. I was intrigued to see if this little brush would actually work. I do like the spoolie, and it reminds me of the Hourglass spoolie for their eyebrow product, which I have never tried, but I like this spoolie. And then this little brush here, which I don't usually use these kinds of like brushes that come inside a palette or anything, but this one looks to be not bad. So we're gonna try this. I'm just going to pat this in there. I don't know if there's gonna be too much product coming out or anything like that. I'm gonna use another mirror. Oh, and I forgot to mention too, the theme this month is La Vie en Rose. So La Vie en Rose, which is life in pink. So thin. Could definitely be like hard to control. But so far. I don't know if this is the right brush though, like for me, because like it's okay for doing the bottom part, but once I get to the top, like it's a little bit too long. I prefer something that's a little bit shorter. So I'm gonna try, just for the sake of experimentation, I'm gonna try using this to like, I don't even know if you're supposed to do this, but I feel like this is like a selling point of this cushion, is that you can take the spoolie and yeah, right? And like brush through to tint the hairs or something. Am I totally making that up? I don't think so. Now let's clean this up and I will be right back. Okay, so I've cleaned my brows up. This is definitely more of like an intense brow for me. I will link my video that I did very recently about my easy breezy sort of brow routine, which is more of like for like a natural brow, which does look less perfected and sharp, but that's what I've been doing lately. We all got a Morphe palette and there were 4 variations, I believe. I got 15N, which is the Night Master palette. Very basic, very neutral. Yeah, the only one I wasn't really wanting to get, I think, was like the Day Master or Day Slayer or Day something one, just because it was like all light browns, nothing else. Whereas this has some like mauvey, purpley, sort of plummy colors. Eggplant, which I like. So let's maybe start off with this. Nice and primed. Now we're going to go in with the first color, which is going to be this neutral beige called Custom. I've never used Morphe shadows, so initially I was kind of like, I don't consider Morphe to be high-end, which BOXYLUXE is like, usually it's high-end shadows you would expect. But because I've never tried them, I was still kind of mildly intrigued, and the closer we were getting to getting the box, the more I was kind of excited to try it. And now I just know that, like, I mean, I'll see how the performance is, but this is totally like These are totally great neutral everyday colors. The second darkest color, or the second lightest, called Selfie. That first one was custom, now we're gonna go into Selfie. I'm gonna pat in a little bit. So far, everything is fine and standard as far as pigment and blendability. They seem to be like semi-powdery and buildable, which I was gonna say floats my boat, and that's not something I would ever say in real life, so. So far, I'm really liking the shadows, the pigment. When I swatched them a little bit, like they just seemed kind of patchy, or like you really had to build them up. So at first I was like, but then I was like, well, maybe it's like a good thing, you know, to build it up a little bit. So far that seems to be the case. I'm gonna go in with Va-Va-Voom, which is this one right here. They are quite powdery, like I'm just patting, but that's like standard for me. That's what I do with all eyeshadows. I decided to do my eyes first just because I wasn't sure of the level of fallout and I didn't want to risk it. So far it seems to be pretty fine. Like I said, I just pat my brush in, so like my brush isn't fully loaded. I don't actually necessarily always tap the excess off though, I will say. Maybe especially just because I haven't done my face yet, I can afford to do that, but it's because I don't take, I take so little on the brush that I don't want to tap it all away. I will say though that like so far these are blending really, really easy. Going with a slightly smaller brush and go into Scene, which is like a blackened sort of purple. I think that's what I'm gonna do. I think I'm gonna mix Cliche and Scene together. I'm just gonna kind of deepen the outer V with those colors. With my previous fluffy brush into Cliche and use that to sort of blend the edges. Not breathing. Back into cliche. This is not an ASMR video. I had some comments about liking my voice though, so about it sounding very ASMR-like. So I was like, oh, I like ASMR, so if you would like for me to do an ASMR video, I would love to do that. Let's see, I'm gonna blend this some more. There's definitely some cliche left on this brush because I see that rosy tone sort of getting spread around. I don't know if I like that or not. Go in with a little bit more selfie, just that lighter shade. Maybe with a little bit of shook, which is a little bit more orangey. And then, yeah, there you go. And add those in there. So what I do notice though is some of these are getting blended away, which doesn't happen with like high-end shadows like ABH or ABH, my favorite reference for good pigmented shadows. Let's clean this up a little bit. Let's just add a lid shade. This one here, which actually looks like it would be purple-ish, just looks like a taupey brown when you put it out. And actually the one that I think looks the nicest, there's no light lid shade. They're all pretty like dark. I think I'm gonna use this taupey one right here called Craze. And I'm going to pat that over the lid with my fingers. I would definitely use my finger for this. I imagine that you wouldn't get much color payoff with a brush. So far, I'm not like impressed by Morphe's quality at all, but they're just fine. I will definitely like use this palette. It's very wearable. I think I'm gonna put some on a brush just to see, and also just to help transition to the outer edge. Spoiler alert, if you didn't already know, which if you're like me, you've known for like over a month, there's lashes in this box. And they're very beautiful and fluffy and dramatic, and I never use lashes, so it's an opportunity. Okay, so I put a light layer of foundation on my face and set it with powder. And now onto the next product, which was the product that I was the most excited about the product that I was most excited about, which is the CoverFX face palette. It comes with a nice, beautiful big mirror, and you have a contour, a finishing powder, blush, 2 highlighters, and a brightener shade. And this came in light and medium to dark, and there was a little quiz to complete online so that you would get matched up with the proper palette. And there were a bunch of mix-up at the beginning where some people got the wrong palette, which really sucks. I'm really glad that I got the right one. It seems that with time, like the earlier boxes, there were mix-ups, but the rest were fine. I did kind of like, I was excited about the finishing powder too, but then like I swatched it and it looks like it has like little pieces of glitter in it, which I'm not really into. So we'll see. I'm still gonna try it out. I'm also going to try out this palette with these 2 brushes that came in the box as well, which are by Moda. So you got this tapered, sort of long, flimsy blush that it describes as being for highlighter, which you could use for highlighter. It's a little flimsy, as some people have pointed out, but you could use it for highlighter. You could also use it to sweep away powder underneath your eyes. You could use it for like light dusting of blush if you want to have a little bit more control and have a more subtle blush. Yeah, you can use it for a few different things. At first I thought it was going to be pretty much exactly like this Luxie brush, which we got in a previous BOXYCHARM, this Pro Precision tapered brush, but it's actually quite different. I mean, the shape is the same, but this one's a lot bigger and fluffier than this one. I don't know if you can tell. So I'm happy to have it. I'm gonna try it for the intended use for the purpose of this video. The other one is a big powder brush, which I'm really happy to have this too. I find it slightly small for powder, like as in all over powder, but it's a pretty multitasking kind of brush. You could use this for powder, for bronzer, blush if you're using more the side, even like foundation. Use it for everything. Okay, so let's start with, for the purpose of this video, I will do a little bit of contouring. Wow. Okay, so first of all, it's very powdery. So I don't usually do this, but like I said, for the purpose of this video, let's do a little bit of contouring. It looked very cool, but now that I'm putting it on my nose, which is the surest way for you to be able to tell if powder is cool or warm or suitable for contour, it's not as cool as I initially thought. Like, at first I was like, ooh, I could actually use that more for like bronzer, which I think I wasn't wrong. I could even use this for bronzer. Clean up the contour a little bit, just a little bit. Oh damn, that's too much powder. Like breathing it in. Let's try some more contouring. Okay, let's do this. Very pigmented. I don't want anything too harsh, except for my nose. Now I'm going to add a little bit of bronzer and just use this to sort of warm up the face a bit. Yes. Yes, that's right. Got contour. But now I'm gonna warm up the face. Warm it up. Just the way we want to be this summer. God, I need summer to come. I can barely survive this winter. I was telling someone recently, like, I find this time of year like harder than January, February, because in January and February I'm just kind of like, okay, this is it. This is like the January and February, you're kind of like laying low and everything, but then by this time you're just like depressed and sick and really in need of summer. It's very powdery. Let's go in with the blush, and I'm gonna use this. See, I'm just patting and whew. And so let's very like pretty neutral pink blush. Nothing very like special or unique, but I'm looking forward to traveling, as if I travel, but no. Just like literally just means like things that I can bring into the car that are quick and easy, so I can do my makeup without bringing like 5 different palettes or compacts or whatever. You could absolutely use this on your eyes too. I wouldn't necessarily use this brush for blush, but like I said, you totally can. And I do like to just kind of pat it and there we got our nice little flushed look. In real life, I look really flushed in camera. Now, let's go for some highlight. I'm gonna start with the one on the left, which I heard is not very intense. Okay, so let's say that is true. Not intense and sort of accentuates texture. Not the best mix. I'm gonna try the other side. And if I really don't like it, I might just use a different brush. Yeah, I would definitely not use this brush for highlight. Let's see, I'm gonna take this more densely packed brush that I got at Winners, which is the equivalent of Marshall's or TJ Maxx. And see what happens there. That one's definitely more intense. I'm gonna try the other one again. I'm not like in love with these highlights. This one is a lot more intense. Ooh, that's nice. Take a little brush and do the inner corner as well. I don't honestly understand what the brightener is for. I'm going to use it anyway. That's really nice on the inner corner with the other colors. It goes really well. Let's try that brightener anyway, a little bit, and just see what happens if I put it on top. Oof. Okay, I don't know if you can see that, but like, maybe if you just add like a little bit at the high point, it's cool. It's basically like, oof, blinding. Actually, that would be really pretty in the inner corner. Why didn't I do that? Wow, okay, that highlight actually looks really pretty now. Wow. Oh, I promised I would use the finishing powder. This was one of my most looked forward to powders in this palette, was the finishing powder, and I'm like, not sure. We'll try it anyway. Don't really see much of a difference, but I also don't see any added glitter, so that's cool. Next up we have the bottom lash line. I'm gonna go in with a little bit of Selfie, some Shook, some Va-Va-Voom, and then on the very outer corners maybe a little bit of Scene and Cliche. Let's do that. I did the lower lash line and I added a very light coat of mascara because the next item in the box is these very beautiful fluttery lashes. The eye look without the lashes, which I think is very pretty. I would just add a lot more mascara and then maybe some black eyeliner. Okay, so here are the eyes with the lashes, and I hope the glue is all dried. I don't know, I think it's kind of lifting in the corner here. Wait. And yeah, very pretty. Don't get me wrong, these are very pretty and beautiful. I feel a little bit over the top with them. They're beautiful, don't get me wrong, they're absolutely beautiful. So, okay, and last item in the box I was also really excited about, and that is this beautiful new release from Becca, which is this lipstick, and I got the shade, oh, that magnetic closure. That is so luxurious. I love it. Anyway, I got the color Taupe, which is a brownie kind of nude, which is perfect for me. It's not the color I wanted, but it's definitely not the color I wanted. It smells really nice too. And as you can see, this color is definitely more of like a darker nude. It says taupe, but it actually reminds me of the color chocolate, like what I thought chocolate would look like, which is one of the colors that was being sent out. Very nice cream finish, very comfortable on the lips. Beautiful color, a little tad dark for me. I think this would be a really beautiful nude color on darker skin. My hair is just gonna be weird, okay, but here's the finished look. So that's this month's BOXYCHARM, which is the BOXYLUXE edition, and that is every 3 months. And I loved this box. I'm definitely gonna get a lot of use out of it. I'm gonna use all the items pretty much in the box. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe to my channel. Please like this video. Please hit that notification bell so you don't miss a video. And until next time, bye.